I played over here in 2 years, you know what I mean?
The
So
last time I played over here, I played fucking Alex Pudo. I beat him 21-9. Strokers, all the people bet like they had it up on the projection screen of the strokers. Everybody bet on him.
beat
Bet
the shit out of
I bet that. I don't know if you got something to flip with or not. You got something to flip with? Maybe you just keep a quarter up there. Somebody's starting to change. See?
We need a quarter.
Yeah.
Holy cow! Say no, no. Probably did.
All right. The Marcus heads tail. It's a dollar chip.
As long as you know.
Yeah. No, he marked it so that way we
okay.
can tell the difference. So,
Okay.
all right.
All right.
Yeah.
Mark's made it heavy.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to try it off because I didn't want to throw off the balance.
Starting to change screens and pretty good. Yeah, you good. Good luck, guys.
I loved everybody like chiming in on the chat. They're like, "Oh, I'll make that game." Well, I
Oh, you mean like they want to play?
yeah, everybody wants the same game, and I'm like, "Oh, calm down." I'm like, I don't even know if I'm in a good game or not. I'm just kind of want to play. Yeah. I mean, I like it to be that way.
I'm looking at a couple hands blackjack right now.
Yeah. I mean,
Anyway, so
yeah. You're gonna go through that when you go to fucking.
we have fun.
You're gonna go through that when you go to the church. Well, shit, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Shit. Back.
Are you good? Okay, I'm steady, but anyway. They're watching it. Fuck. Oh shit. Gotta at least have some kind of fucking spot. Fucking world's way too serious anymore. I work in a hospital and so where my office is literally behind the physician's locker room. Nobody knows where the fuck it's at. I do all the vendor billing. So basically, somebody comes in and has their total hip replacement, and there's representatives for every company that we get contracted with, and they use their implant. So as the hospital, we cut them a check basically for their product, and then we charge the patient, so we get paid on the patient side, and they get paid on the hospital side. So, but I do that, and I'm at Morton Plant in Clearwater, and I mean we're the second largest hospital for all of Baycare, and I mean we do 95 surgeries a day. So maybe
Now, is that all shit?
no, so
It could be a
that's
everything.
everything. So that's everything. I mean that's urology, breast implant.
Right.
I mean just it's everything. But I do all the plant stuff. Yeah. Well, because we have a cancer center, and so we provide for women that have mastectomy and stuff like that. But yeah, get probably 30, 40 purchase orders a day, Good, whenever. Okay. So, it's one of those things where it's every single day. I get 30 to 50 depending. So it's, I'm busy.
Yes, so.
And I do all the instrumentation too. So like I do all the repairs and purchasing. Yeah. I mean, jobs here to come in.
Hey everybody, and thank you for joining us here at Billiard Livestream. We've got a really good match today between Casey Grove and Lance Davis. And Lance is going to get to start off with a 5-game spot. Over here in the box with me, I think for the second, maybe third time, Mr. Chad Kozer. Going to be joining us. And also Mike Cote.
How's it going?
Hopefully I said that right.
Cody?
Cody? Damn it. I was trying to make you French. Now, for those of you that may not be familiar with the two, they have actually played here before in the past. Casey's been out here a couple of times. Lance probably maybe half a dozen times. Some of them a little bit later in the evenings. I'll go ahead and tell you right now that with this particular matchup, and it's something I was talking about before, I'm a huge Casey fan in the way that he plays here. He has been out here twice. He's booked 2 winners, and not by a little bit, by a lot. That being said, Lance has been out here a few times himself. A 5-game spot is enormous. So that's a lot to come back from. If anybody's going to be able to do it, I have to say that's Casey. But I believe here at the beginning of this, it's a bit of an uphill battle. I don't think I've seen Casey bow out on a challenge before, so expecting a really, really tight match here. It is going to be a 2-set minimum, if I remember correctly. Pretty typical rules. 9-ball. The 9 does not count on the break. Only call on the 9-ball. I think if I have to explain any more rules than that, then it might be another problem. 9-ball's pretty simple at the core, so we're not doing anything fancy here.
Winner breaks.
Winner breaks and winner wrecks. Yeah, the good thing about ones like this is you're talking about 2, like, look at that. 2 crazy honest people as Lance goes and shits one in. How's it going, Jose? Good to see you on here. That would be a pretty decent spot as well. He needs 10 on the wire to 11. Tell you the way that Casey gets on a run out here, I think we'd all need about that much. Is that gonna go into?
Oh, wow. Oof. Sad up.
That's a fighter there. Hope Casey watches later because I'm gonna say this out loud. I think he's put on some weight since last time he was out here.
Bit. Actually, to be honest, he
Got a little happy
he
pen.
lost a little weight because he was a little heavier at one time. He had a few medical issues.
Oh no. See, you heard me talking bad about him. Now it's affecting his game. So what do you guys think? Got some commentary on these two matching up?
I mean, I think I'm pretty much the one that pushed them both to play each other. It's kind of hard to bet on either of these guys. They're both great guys, stand-up guys.
we saw a lot of little ones coming down on the rail, and it's funny because we were actually talking about earlier that most of the people that know Casey don't really know Lance. Most of the people that know Lance don't necessarily know Casey. They just know that both of them are really good shots, and that's a dangerous betting position right there.
You couldn't have said that any perfect.
All right, Lance takes down the first one.
I don't really know much about Lance's game. Seen him play a few times, but unfortunately, I'm probably a little bit biased in this situation.
Right.
No, Casey is, like you said, if he gets on a roll, he's on a roll.
Oh yeah. Well, and I've said even live on the stream before. I've talked about more times than I can count of how Casey coming in the first couple of times, how these cameras, this room had zero effect. He is the exact opposite of what I've talked about. So many times before that this room is not easy to play in. That it's very secluded. There's just because there's nothing going on. It's like everything's going on, and Casey's always come out here and just really shot lights out. I've never seen him have even a bad game. Uh-oh. This might be 2-0.
1-1 here.
Oh, he didn't drop one on the break. Probably should pay attention to that too. Think he's gonna go for it?
It definitely goes.
You get that sharp people stick up.
Take an early one. No, something that's definitely changed about Casey's game within the last year or so is his mindset. A lot of people know that he, had issues with getting down on himself quite a bit, and he's really worked on that a lot.
Swear to God, that's the first set I played.
Having the new baby, he hasn't been able to get out and play much,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still something that always surprises me about him is that he's just full of raw talent. He can sit at home for a month and not play a lick and then go out and win a tournament with a bunch of 660s, 670s and not even think twice about it.
While everybody else is trying to look for weight. I haven't picked up a stick in a month or
Right.
6 months. I just
imagine-
saw you playing last weekend.
Right. Well, just imagine if the guy played 4 or 5 days a week, I think he would definitely stand out a lot more.
Pros of the world don't need that.
Right. People are a little tied up.
That was sweet.
Well,
That was a good defense right there. But I mean, you look at it, and even with ball in hand, it still doesn't become an easy run out.
no.
We did talk about they are not doing 3-foul rule, which like in this particular case, it's be a great time to do it because this got 3-foul written all over it.
Yeah. They could probably do it again. Just
Yeah. Just to lay it over there closer to the 2-3.
yeah.
Oh, he's just
All the
giving
way
it some
down,
room.
Yeah.
Can he touch the 3 on the way out? Yeah. I believe Lance is going to be able to hit that one. He's just going to use a little right English to get into it. 'Cause if he can just, he is not. Oh, there he is.
Oof.
Three ball and 2 ball still pretty tied up though.
Yeah, I don't see him making this one, but we'll find out if he wants to try to curl that back around over to where his cue stick's sitting now. But that's touchy.
Yeah, short side's always touchy.
So our chat room's a little quiet over here. Y'all speak up. Give us something to talk about. Yeah.
It's just gonna move it on.
Looks like he's trying. It
Looks
looks like he's
just
trying to
come
make it.
No.
He might be trying to stick it over there. He is. Quite get there. Such a a short little stroke
Yeah.
though to get a lot of action out of it.
A lot of room for error.
Mm-hmm. This is a
During the set.
tough defense, and he's gonna try the combo.
Think so. Maybe not. He might just lay it all the way down.
Maybe just bump into 3 and send it
Yeah.
down table.
All the way down. Stick it right there behind that 7. Didn't get it.
He's got an open hit on it. I wouldn't really call it an open shot. Mr. Trexler, how you doing today? Sorry, didn't see that one up there. That was a good hit.
Very nice.
Yeah, they're gonna. They might be beating that one around a little bit because he's just gonna see if he can get it behind that 8 ball and let that cue ball go back down table. There you go.
Yeah.
Nice shot. Lance has got a piece of it. So hard to hit just that real thin edge, especially 9 foot away. If he does it, he's going to leave it great. He gets himself back in control.
Peter Totter
Very
right before.
3 ball is going to help.
Beautiful.
That's a good shot.
You got an edge.
Can he see the edge of
Yeah.
it?
Ooh.
Knock the dust off of it.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where you actually have to lean in, try to get it.
All right, for anybody learning how to play pool, practice these shots because you're going to see them again. Manny C, how you doing today?
How's it going, Manny?
Oh, there's a makeable shot now.
Yeah.
Just a little top, and that'll pop right back out.
Ooh.
And Jose, I'll help you out. Yes, that's easy money, and he always pays his bets. So somebody get him back out here. Hey, looking solid.
That's in case it gets dangerous.
Yeah. Pop this in a little bit. He's gonna touch careful. There's really nothing difficult. I assume he's kind of swinging around the
Probably roll with it a
the
little
9 ball,
bit.
and yeah.
Get all the way back down from the 8.
Nice spin.
Don't want to get too straight. I think he's still sitting pretty here. Keep it a little bit inside and straight back up.
Oh. Definitely don't think that's what he was trying to do.
Not unless he's showing off his one pocket skills.
Nah.
Oh, he double hit it.
Oh, double kiss.
Let's wait for that to land on that bottom rail. Shouldn't be too much challenge, but I'll try not to jinx you, Lance.
Well,
See, I warned him that was a small pocket. That's his own fault.
that was you did say it like 3 or 4 times earlier. It's just the beginning. I'm sure there'll be a few of those.
That's the I do that all the time. You try to hit a little softer. You want to put a little inside English to keep it on that side, and that inside English just carries it running around. Ball starts hooking before it gets there, and notorious for that. Every time I say that I'm going to stop using English, well, till the next time. So out of the almost 50 people out here, I'd really like to hear who you think will win. Again, if you've been watching long enough, seen both of these guys play. It's a tough spot.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah,
You in a hurry?
that definitely did out pretty nice.
He's trying to go home. See any problems here?
Oh, a little follow through.
Yeah, just watch your speed a little bit on the first shot, and the rest of them start lining up.
Guess that works too.
Still okay. Call a little extra top on that one. Work it a little extra thin. All right, he's gonna try to go all the way up and back down to get on the 3.
How's it going, Patrick?
Well, the 9's not in the way if he wants to bank it. Really got to watch that speed to stay on that 6 ball.
Yeah.
Do it again.
It's a tight cut.
He's going to try to draw it to this right side rail and back up above the 8 ball. Now
He likes banks tonight.
right? Yeah, only has to make one of them.
Yeah.
Is that too high?
Oh, it was tight.
Nope, that was dead on.
Beautiful run out by Casey.
Yeah, sure was. I keep telling y'all, these pockets are buckets. Those 6-inch corners and those 8-inch sides. I like that shirt too.
I know where he got that.
They should have played him for it.
Yeah.
6-3, Casey makes quick work of getting that spot back. And I'll tell you from the beginning that you let Lance out of his cage and he'll run a couple. I don't count either one of these guys out at any point in time.
I know a 5-game spot on a race to 15. It doesn't take much. You know what I mean? It's tough to.
I can go either way quick.
Yeah, real quick.
I mean, you figure at any point in time, if Lance was to break and run, just 3 times. I mean,
Right.
not like a tremendous amount. Now, there's
Now you got
there's
6
8
games
games.
left.
Yeah,
And we both seen him do it.
I've seen Casey do it. Like I said, I've only seen Lance probably play once or twice, and that was tournaments wise.
The only time I've ever, I think the only time I've seen Lance win is when he's playing against me.
Pretty cut and dry.
That's pretty good.
6 ball.
Six ball might be the tough one.
Yeah, he can break that out.
The funny thing about whatever you got two that are sitting like that is you can plan it from the beginning. That's going to be a
Oh.
defense, and he looked up.
Yes, he did. Jackrabbit.
See, once again, that's one of those things I've never done before. Always play perfect pool.
But just looking at Casey from here, a year ago he would have been really getting on himself for that.
I could probably agree with that.
You know, now I can just see that he's just sitting there comfortable, and you know, it's one thing to make a mistake and know you made a mistake, but then to kill the rest of the set over it is a whole nother thing.
Mhm.
He's definitely come a long way.
Well, and things like that are actually the difference in when I talk about pro athletes, we're talking across the board. Is that they know that something bad can happen, and you got to figure out how to
Right.
get that shaken off. If not, you will never be at that kind of level. And
Nice break.
Beautiful breakout.
I got a shirt that says it, and I wear it all the time. It says, "Mindset is everything."
this one can be, most of us can make this shot. I'd say a higher percentage of time. But look into that 7 ball. It just makes you want to dig into that ball and just make this so much more difficult. She didn't lay in the pocket. He shot that.
Beautiful shot.
Inside English on it.
I'm glad he proved me wrong. You can make that thing so tough, and
Oh yeah.
rolling that one forward was a good way to play it.
It's a tough shot too that way. Oh, there's
Same
that pocket
shooter.
again.
Oh, that's the big one.
Is it? Oh, you're right. Yep, never mind. It's different looking on this compared to looking at it. It's a little bit of roll.
So Chad, you probably know this answer better than I do. What do they have in the middle? Is it 500 a set?
Yeah.
Okay. Thought that's what I'd heard, but I'm still new here.
Just a little fun night, you know? Get out and play
Yeah.
some pool and
Yeah.
enjoy yourself. Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
Oh,
It's a rarity.
That didn't look like fun.
No. It's a rarity.
Yeah, you won't. Won't see him do that too often.
No.
A corner glass.
Yeah, fine. That's probably just giving one back.
Oh yeah. I've got-
Lance holds on to a little bit of that lead for a little longer still. 4-game difference.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, at this point already, that makes it's him. So if Casey wins that one, it's 4-6.
2 to 4 difference.
Yeah, that's really close. Now all of a sudden you're 4 games, and Lance is hitting close to that halfway point. That was kind of an important game.
Shake it off.
I mean, granted, at the end of the day, I don't think you're going to get into Casey's head, and I know you're not going to get into Lance's head. Because Lance is just going to enjoy his time at the table. Been playing with him for a lot of years, and I don't remember seeing him like getting upset. It's usually more of a laugh it off and like, yep, I did that.
I've seen
Yeah.
him around quite a bit. I just never really introduced myself to him, you know? I mean, he knows probably quite a few people that I know, and likewise, but I just never really, you know, ran into that position.
He's definitely like from my perspective, definitely on the short list of good people.
Seems that way.
It's not too often you get to see two left-handers playing each other either.
All right.
Actually, I didn't even notice that.
It's definitely, and it's weird, and maybe I'm just superstitious, but I'm a firm believer that left-handers have a little bit of an edge. It might just be me, but I don't know that I've really seen too many bad left-handers.
Well, there's a lot of times that I know for myself that I don't mind leaving the cue ball on this side because I know it's harder for
Right.
me to shoot that one. But then all of a sudden you look up and it's like, oh, he's on the other side of the on the other side of the stick. So I did him a favor by leaving it on that side.
I just want to know as a study, who has the better advantage on maybe like the amount of angles, a lefty or a righty? I wonder if anybody's ever done that study.
Oh, is that wired? That looks awfully
Pretty
close.
close.
Does look close.
Pretty close.
We'll leave it here and see, but there's that tiny bit of space if he has to adjust. But I think I'm not
You
gonna say it.
can easily throw it
I already jinxed him once.
just like that.
Didn't leave Casey easy.
No, not by no means. There's one thing I noticed definitely about Lance's game, though, is he's got definitely a smooth stroke.
Yeah. That's how I
No.
played it.
Take one for the team.
I saw that one the whole time, but
I know that shot all day long.
pretty sure it had something to do with closing your eyes.
And we didn't miss it here either.
The only thing that made it better is if he shot it righty.
Me personally, I went one more rail, but I've been doing this for a while now. That's, is
So hard.
that going to get behind it?
I think he's good.
Yeah. Definitely trying to minimize that angle. Chad, you go forward or backwards?
Forward. He had a different thing in mind, that's for sure. He's all he's got to do is really roll with it now.
Like he's still going to stun it over.
That pocket.
Here's that bottom English curse. Gotta
Tight
be
pocket.
really careful with that branch. Look too difficult for Casey. I'm not going to call it in yet because getting really good at jinxing people. Michael Collins.
Draw.
Haven't seen that name in a little bit. Muhammad doing good over here. We're still in Florida, as you can tell. Yeah, that I flew back just for this match, which I would actually do because this is one of my favorites. Wow. Oof. Casey still looks like he's hanging in there, Will. Couple of-
Yeah,
Definitely hold it as a closure.
still got a smile on his face.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh,
And spot shot. Pretty close.
it's the reason why right there you don't give people that 8-ball, a 9-ball shot.
Uh-huh.
all right. I think it was last year, the year before at West Coast. There was a guy that was they were neck and neck for the longest time, and guy scratched, and gave him ball in hand basically on a 9-ball, and he set up 4 inches away and dogged it, and that was the exact same comment. It's like that's why you don't give it to somebody.
Mhm.
4 inches, you'd think ball in hand, you got it, but that pressure sometimes would hit you.
Mhm.
Happens to us all, unfortunately.
Wow.
I've done it.
I had ball in hand on an 8-ball last night and bobbled it going in, and it went in. But
Yeah.
And I think everybody has done this once, but I've been on fade ball and actually scooped it, watched the
Oh,
cue ball go dead center pocket, never
over
touch
the-
anything.
Never touched the ball.
And since I've
Can't
seen
take
other
anything
people
for
do it
granted.
too, then apparently a whole lot of people have done that before. I mean, that looks like the smoothest basketball shot ever.
Which
There's Travis. It took you long enough to get here. Hey, Cole, how's it going?
season's greetings, Cole.
Assuming that's how he tried to play that. That was a beautiful shot. That was too pretty to be a fluke.
Oof.
Ooh, big 8-ball. He played it right.
Oh,
You know, hard
behind the 7.
gun parts and cooking. Please don't get those two mixed up.
So please use a Joss or he tried out my Pearson that I had,
Switch.
is he? And he really likes it. I, of course, have went on to the Q-Tech train.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm now shooting Q-Tech. Something about it that I really had never tried the Synergy shaft.
Is that what you're using?
Yeah, and I was up at Dom's tournament, up at the People's tournament, and Raleigh was up there, and we were just, talking away, and next thing you know, he's like, "Why don't you try this out?" I've always been Revo.
Same.
And he's like, "No, man, you got to try this out." And I
Well-
shot with it for maybe 10 minutes, and I was sold.
I enjoyed mine when I had mine.
Synergy,
Yeah.
the new
I
one.
got the Revo now, but the Synergy is nice. It has a lot of deflection.
See, and
nice.
I got rid of my Revo. I liked it, but I didn't like the thunk that went behind it.
I've still,
Yeah,
I've always stuck with. I tried the, tried several of the carbon hues before, but I always end up right back to wood, and probably always will. And the Predator Icon's what I've been playing with for a while, and tried out this energy, tried out the Revo, and I like him at first.
Hmm.
But I don't know if I'm expecting the Q to do more, and I go back to wood and say, I have to do all the work. I don't even gave the matter of fact the Synergy. I tried that one for a couple months, and apparently it just doesn't work with the way that I shoot.
Beautiful
Oh,
shot. Beautiful
It's
shot.
nice. But you know, everybody's kind of got their particular way. I still find it really difficult to call a carbon fiber cue low deflection, just because of the simple fact that from my definition, it's a very stiff shaft. I don't
Right.
understand where that quote unquote low deflection comes into that, unless they're just using it for a marketing term.
I mean,
It's consistent, but
I
it's not
find
low
it-
deflection in my book.
I personally find it with a lot of low deflection, but I've heard a lot of
Nice
people
shot.
say that they don't feel that way. The Synergy shaft to me seems less hollow.
Cleaner.
The Revo for me, I mean, I was using How Tips. I still love How Tips. And then I went to the How Titan,
That was a confident shot right there.
and actually Gary Luchesi turned me onto that, Eastern Billiards. He said, just try it out. So I tried it out, and I was really impressed with it, but I still had that hollow sound in my Revo, and I didn't like it.
So, and I'd love to see people's comments, because I've actually tried to look this up, and you see people going both directions. When you hear the term, and let's see if we can light up this this little chat group over here. When you hear the term low deflection, is that less deflection that the ball does, or less deflection the shaft does?
I think the ball.
So do I. But if you've got a shaft that is stiff, because I can take a wood shaft, and I wish people could see, like, you know, what I'm doing with my hand. Kind of looks like I'm
Right.
jerking off. But if you sit there and kind of twist it back and forth,
Hey, what do you want with 3 guys in one room?
yeah, I mean, shit happens. It's a really cute guys, by the way. So when you've got the shaft, and you can take, you know, for example, a Z2, Z3, and you can bend
Right.
the shit out of that
The
thing.
Z2 is what I always played with.
Now,
I
all of a
loved
sudden, you take a carbon fiber shaft, and that thing doesn't hardly move at all. Well, logic tells me that that is going to make the cue ball move much more left or right if I'm trying to put left or right on a ball than what my Z2 or Z3 wood shaft would do. So how do we call that low deflection when it's going to deflect more? The cue stick's not going to deflect more, but I do have to change the way that I shoot. I have to change the style. And again, I'll give the carbon fiber credit, because it's always going to be more consistent. If I shoot this hard, it's going to do this. It's not going to be
Right.
affected as much by I'm in a cold room, a hot room, a high humidity or low humidity. None of that's going to change. But what so for the people that are watching, what is your definition of a low low deflection?
You know what I mean? So, yeah, that was kind of not
There's
And-
one
and
person
what
I know that
reactions
can
have you?
answer that question.
Who's that?
Raymond Linares.
Chime in. He watched the channel once, long time ago, but probably when he was on. But no, but that's I mean,
There's that pocket.
again, I guarantee you, I could pull up Google right now, and I can find 10 experts, and they seem to kind of contradict themselves a little bit. And
Right. For me personally, I found the low deflection of having to change my aim point on the cue ball, because the deflection for me personally wasn't there.
Mhm.
Take a wood shaft, say the Z shaft we were talking about. You'd have to aim, you know, half a tip over more than you will on a Revo, because up to me the cue ball deflection, not the, you know, not the object. So it's like I said, there's 100 different ways you can explain it.
no, and I would definitely agree with that. But I've said so many times that if I ever found really a good amount of time to put something together, almost robotic, to push a shaft down a piece of PVC or something so that it rides the exact same every single time, and I guarantee that it rides the exact same, when it hits the cue ball with this much left, compared to, you know, one of its competitor brands, or wood versus carbon, which one actually is deflecting more? Because I don't trust the videos that I've watched, because most of the people that are doing it, can I guarantee that they're hitting where they think they are?
Right. and that only comes from experience yourself. You know,
Mhm.
like you said, it's tough. It's tough to trust anybody because anybody's out to sell anything.
Oh, absolutely.
nowadays.
Exactly. So many different products out there too. How you doing, Josh Arnold?
Mr. Josh.
Hey, I know that name.
All those,
Matter of fact,
all those
I'm,
goat videos, huh?
I'm wearing a West Coast shirt right now. I think it was from the tournament when we beat their team, but
Was on that team. It was a great matchup.
that's why I brought
That's how
that
we
up.
got to meet. That's how we got to meet all you guys.
That's right. That's one of the unfortunate ones. I believe we had to play twice, and the first time you got
First
us,
time
and
we
the second
destroyed you
time-
guys. You guys
yeah.
got us on the live stream.
Yes. Tell you what, old XBC.
And now I got Patrick and his wife on my team.
That'll XBC. That's Gary. I talk about that stream all the time and how. I mean, no way, shape, or form. I mean, I think we do a reasonable stream here, but can't compete with the old legends like him. That setup that he puts out at West Coast is, man, that's nice.
It is nice. I don't know if all you guys have seen this little setup that Alan's got here, but it's definitely nice. It's going to definitely suck when him and his wife move to Texas.
We're gonna try for 2.0. Matter of fact, we'll try to include the private jet just to bring people in.
There we go. There we go.
We might have to put that on the fourth priority. But... All right, how much does he practice one pocket? I think he meant to hit the edge of that, but he's going to come out looking pretty nice.
Especially on that small pocket.
There's definitely enough room with the right speed just to kind of hook it around that 7, but it's not a gimme. He may just elect to go ahead and go to the bottom rail, kick that 6 back up. It's going to the side rail.
He's going for it.
He's definitely going for it. If he hits that, that's not where you want to leave it. Back within 3 games, but there again, you kind of look at how the averages work. When it's past the halfway point, only a 2-game difference from where he started, so this is still really, really close.
Definitely a great matchup. I thought it was going to be.
I wasn't sure which way I thought this was gonna go, but whatever way it goes this time, I almost expected to change heavily on the second set.
I don't know. I've known Casey for about 9 years now, and I've known Lance for about 2 years now. And I don't know if I could bet against either of them.
Well, and we were, I know Chad and I were talking about earlier that as I'm sitting there watching people say, well, I'll take Lance and I'll take Casey, it's like, dude, how many of you actually know both of the two of them?
Exactly.
Because if you did, you know you're flipping a coin right now.
Especially with the spot.
Yeah, I'm probably one of 10 people that know both of them pretty decently. So
Mm-hmm. When I wouldn't, like, even myself, I wouldn't know Casey if it wasn't for, like, being out here.
yeah,
Because he's played a couple of times, but I've talked about him multiple times on the stream. I think I'm surprised that he could even get a match. Because he's one of the more impressive players. Because, I mean, he's not a, obviously, a higher 600. He's not a pro. He's just that person that comes out into this room, and this room has no effect. There's just not many people that can say that. There's no excuses, no complaining, no nothing. It's just I shot and I made some and I missed some and that's it.
Beautiful shot.
Very thin shot on the 7, but it does go. Use the whole pocket.
And so
Now it's just securing the 8-ball. Thought he was going all the way down with that one, but guess he wanted a little easier 9-ball.
nice run out by Casey.
That was. Quick break for me. Leave it on the side view, and hopefully you don't have to look at butts.
Yeah, it's funny. So when I was real young, before I started playing pool, very timid, like bookworm, or kid. I hit adulthood awesome. And my son is like raging maniac, adult versus me
Already.
Kid, like,
And so you're going back.
oh my god. And he's that like so. I was giving my older son shit, and literally he like came up to me like wait for me to like jump on him to do good jump on me. I was like,
decent speed, cuttable shot. Wow, he really put something to that one. Tough shot for Casey to come back to. It's pretty straight, but that's a thin pocket from there sitting on the rail. I'd almost want to take this one all the way down. Yep, not when you can shoot like Casey. All right, I think that's did he just mark that one up, or I might have missed a game, but is that the correct score? 7-8?
Yeah.
And just kind of jumped down in one stroke that last one. Let's see, Brandon. How about a book your next match? I don't want anybody saying they can't be beaten here.
Come on back down, Brandon.
Right?
Get you a match. I think he moved up to like Tennessee or Kentucky.
he went somewhere cold.
I believe.
Mr. David Stem. Speaking of favorite people to be out here, about time to get you back down here again.
Nice little defense.
If the real estate person's doing their job, we might not have too many more weeks to play, but
Do you have a lot of one pocket action out here or no?
not as much as I would like to see. As a matter of fact, I even got a few friends that have said before, because I'm not really a one pocket player myself, so I don't necessarily know all of the strategy to that. But definitely got a few people that have said that they'll either play, or if we have a good one pocket match going on, that they would love to come and commentate. Wow, that's a big bounce.
Not the bounce he was expecting.
But it's funny because one pocket, if you're not an experienced player with it, it's tough to watch. It's watching golf.
Right.
But if you really know what's going on,
Know the strategy end of it.
yeah. And I enjoy watching myself, just because I get to see some strategies that,
Oh,
it's that gotta be careful of those. That can put you on tilt quick.
I mean, it's the same thing with a tight 9-ball rack also.
Yeah.
When you don't really have a shot and you're constantly playing defense.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't understand it and wondering what the hell they're doing.
It's gonna be tough to get back down there though.
I've talked about it before, and I, as much as I don't want to necessarily give away my my league strategy when it comes to 9-ball, and most people that I play against, wow, they're both trying too hard. It comes back to that,
Sure, I'll make believe.
why make the 1, 2, or 3?
Right.
Most of the players that we play against aren't going to run that table out from the 3-ball on, even wide open. Somehow or another, you usually just get out of position that little bit and leave somebody with just 2 balls. Well, I want to be the person with only 2 balls, not the person that ran 6.
Right. Especially when it's 2 or 3 balls that count.
Right. I mean, on occasions, on a good night, I can make both the 8 and 9. That's a good hit.
Very nice
That
hit.
was solid. He's
Right on that rail, maybe.
Should be pretty good.
he's left him one. He won't try to run this up too far, I don't think, but leave a nice little angle on it. That's a good shot. Little inside.
Beautiful lead.
Inside English.
Hey, Mary Ellen, how are you doing today? Little nipple? Planned it. Wayne Caffrey. How you doing, my friend? I was talking about you earlier. Nothing bad this time. Usually is, but not this time. Nice little angle. Straight top and let the rails do the work. Ooh, he got a hold of that one. I think he just likes this pocket down here.
I think so.
He's punishing that ball.
Casey will take it.
Should have reminded him the table doesn't lean. You can roll it in. Wayne, I believe you are correct.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ouch.
I'm glad I installed those 3 and 8 pockets. That's a good speed. Goes in every time that way.
I think that's the speed he should have done the first shot.
Yeah.
Him and Casey both.
Yeah.
Well, you see, now if you're uh, playing in more of your like pro style tournaments, and of course, there again, myself, just like Lance and Casey, we're not gonna play against the top pros in the world, but it doesn't mean you can't enter the pro tournaments. Those tables roll really good, but now you go to most pool halls and you're gonna hit a table doesn't exactly have a very good roll, and something in our mind sort of trains us. If I hit this just a little bit harder, I don't have to worry about a drift. And I think sometimes that kind of gets in your mind that go ahead and secure this shot as opposed to shooting it carefully.
Right.
Safety break.
Never did say anything about push out,
No,
did they?
no, I didn't hear. I mean, I kind of think unless you say that it's not, I think that comes along with it. But
I don't know, he's got the little stick out.
Lance is definitely a little bit more go for it, I think, than Casey is. I think I don't want to call it a smarter game, but I think Casey takes advantage of both sides, offensive and defensive sides of the game, a little bit more than Lance would.
I don't think that's a push out. Oh, man.
Yep.
There it is.
He might give that one back. There's not an easy
No,
defense on it.
I see Casey going for that one, even playing defense.
You're gonna hit that one so thin though that you'll leave it in front of the pocket if you don't make it.
Down there.
All right, he's gonna come out nice. That's
Beautiful
a beautiful
lead.
shot.
Beautiful lead.
Brandon, my guess would be probably not, just because we're still gearing up for the move. So unless that happens sooner than later, then not gonna be able to. We got a whole lot of work ahead of us. Is he gonna try to break that one out after this shot? When the three's not sitting in a bad place, a little bit of angle on that too. It's not a. It's carrying a little bit.
Carried a little bit more than he wanted it to.
So now I don't see an easy breakout for that 6 and 9, and that's got to split apart. That 6 doesn't look like it's got a pocket right now.
Go between the 5 and the 8.
Nice shot.
Yeah, it didn't help.
Or 4, 5 and
He's
4.
gonna have to bail out here somewhere.
There's a hell of a safe right here.
Be easy with it. You can still hit it. Get that 4 ball up table. That 5, he's gonna have to have a good angle to both break that 6 out and get a shot on it.
Still a tight match.
All right,
He's a good lead.
that's what he wanted to do. Now, funny thing here is that Casey can bank it right back down to that pocket that he's at. He's got a big pocket with that 5 ball sitting there. That's why I'm sitting in the commentator's booth. That's a good place to leave
Good
it.
leave it. Yeah, good place to leave it.
So you can back bank and come around, or try to hide behind the 8.
Right behind that 8.
I don't see Lance doing that.
Him coming straight across.
Yep.
Yeah.
Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot.
Yeah.
And a
Look
breakout.
at that.
And he tapped.
That's what my opponents do. That was pretty.
Bigger screen.
Brian, you want winner of this one? Defense.
Leave it, man.
Is Casey good for it, or put it up on the top rail, or separate the 2 out?
Bank it.
He is banking it like a champ. Uh-oh.
Oh, don't do that.
It's not what he wanted to see.
Yep, I've never done that either.
It's not sitting here.
It's right. It's hard to scratch with that the glass in the place. That's a pretty shot too. Didn't deserve that.
Yeah, the bank definitely came across real nice.
Got a little bit of inside English, but put outside English on it, you might hit it a little lighter, and it still finds the side pocket. That's when the pool gods are just laughing at you.
Maybe
That's
ball.
solid.
No shot.
Oh, 2's in trouble. Well, 2 can still get below it and make it side. That's about the only place it has. Looks like you might even be able to hide it over there. Hide the 1 ball over there.
Set up the cue over here by the 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm. It's touchy. And it's a little cool outside, and it's going to be running a little bit on the quick side. Call it.
How about you?
You did hear me right?
Mhm.
That was a hell of a shot. That was the right one to call, but he definitely played a double option there.
It was a hell of a leave if he didn't make it.
How good is that position play? I mean, obviously planned. That's some nine ball love for you, but there's a couple of shots been taken away from him, so
Yeah.
getting one back every so often not such a bad deal.
It's the game.
Back and forth here.
And it's definitely back and forth because just a couple of games ago, I would have called Lance having a commanding lead. He said with a 3-game spread and 5 games to go. Matthew, yes. This is the first of at least 2 sets. We just call minimums here. Well, they're pool players.
See?
Evan, are you calling out Jameson? Brian, I agree with you. We need to get Izzy out here, but and every single time that I invite him out here, he won't walk through the gate. He just keeps jumping the fence, and I'm so sick of that.
Was that what that door's for?
That's right. Actually, it's been a while since Izzy's been out here too. When's matter of fact, Brian, since we got you out there, what's Kaylee's next tournament?
Nice shot.
That was pretty. It's got a nice angle to set it over a little bit, and this doesn't look difficult. I wanted that to come over a touch more, but we might even have to. That angle might have to bump into that 6 ball, but
Oof.
yeah. It's something that had to go right on that one.
Yeah.
You score a lot.
Iowa in March. And Kim, yes, ma'am. I actually would love to see Connor come out and play. We just got to find somebody for him to play against that's not scared of him. One cut away. Get below that 8 ball. Probably even call that 8 ball on the side. Smooth stroke. He had the right speed on it too. Casey might tie this one up. Ooh, that one. He brought the tip up a little bit on that one and dropped the back of the stick one. Got a lot of center ball on that. So we could touch more in the spot shot. Yeah, really nothing easy about that one. Is that going to go all the way to the rail?
Yes, it is.
Oh, Casey, you're missing right.
Face.
Well, like I said, he's missing good.
Nice.
He's got a shot at it then.
At this point, I think you're frustrated to be Lance, and I don't know. That's a whole lot of 9 ball there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to hook or play rail first, but beautiful
Beautiful shot. Wow.
All right, and just float it in. You don't have to Evan this one.
Oh,
That's a lot of 9 balls been missed.
yeah. They're both struggling a little bit. Casey said the light's kind of having a hard time adjusting to it, but I like the light.
I will say there's the one thing that's very different about the perimeter lights is although it has less of a shadow under the ball, the shadow actually becomes square. It's no
Right.
longer circle. And granted, I don't want to use anything but the perimeter lights like that, but there's definitely some getting used to that has to happen with that.
I think it's just like the immediate light right in front of you. You know,
Mhm.
instead of above the table, it's above your eye.
And you're kind of used to sort of that oval that goes like right by the ball, and it's a darker oval, but it's it's still kind of under it.
Right.
There's still like another circle under a circle, but you can see. As a matter of fact, we'll switch it overhead once these start splitting out.
Raise to 5 now.
So you can see, like, look at the 2 ball, for example. That's probably the best
Yeah.
contrast. You can see that it's kind of like a square. It's much lighter than what just the overhead light would be.
more egg shape.
But it takes a moment to get used to.
I mean, that's more of a tournament style light, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt.
An edge.
Yeah, Casey's kind of in that position now that it's okay to lead tough shots. Because Lance he's got to do something different than what he's done up to this point. And I'm sure that Lance knows that. You got to either let the stroke out, start playing more defenses. You have to change something.
Right. Oh,
Ouch.
It's just like well, no, 'cause I mean,
And you also have to capitalize on every single mistake. This would be one of those.
there's 2 more got a pocket.
No,
Just a
Two ball's
side.
got a side pocket.
Side pocket, yeah. I'm going that way.
His feet. Oh, Wow,
he's
that's
going for gold.
see, I don't.
I don't like
I don't
that
agree with
game,
this one.
but
Mine aren't made of the right kind of metal to try
I see him do it.
good shot.
That's why I'm sitting back here.
Beautiful shot, Lance. Beautiful shot.
Yeah, I can't make it over 750 behind the glass because I won't try a shot like that.
I didn't like it, but it was a good shot. He performed it well.
I don't mind trying like a combo on the 9 as long as I can see that, and unless it's wired, obviously, that where's the cue ball going to end up, where's that low ball on the table going to end up. Because the one that bank shot that Casey shot earlier was perfect. I know where that cue ball is going to end up, and it's going to be tough.
Mhm.
All right, so 1 game up.
It's anybody's ball game here.
Well, then I'd still say that Casey gets to an advantage now. Lance goes and has a good run here. I'd call that kind of going back the other way. But at this point,
Simple race to 5, I would say definitely.
but I mean, Casey's already come back the 5
Right.
game spot that he's given up.
Right. That's definitely out of 10 games instead of 5. So, good go.
I mean, right at the moment, Casey's running 2-1 on him.
Right.
But again, if Lance starts getting some momentum,
Yeah. I don't think I mean, honestly, by the looks of it, I don't think either of them have got into pace.
no, they both had their struggles because Casey's given a few away, Lance has given probably a few more away, but that's also why he got a 5-game spot.
Oh no.
He just keeps defense. Okay, I see what he's doing now.
Ace
I think he's got a bubble.
got a path there.
Yeah.
He does. How perfect could that be? I know for playing on same leagues and all that as Lance for years, I mean, he's definitely got a stronger stroke. So that part's not a surprise.
Love a little steep here. Still think
Watch
he's got
this
that.
one. He can get out of position
bit
even
draw.
here.
Shot.
Going
Back
back.
shot.
Touch short.
Yeah.
Right idea. Tough thing to get back up table, but nails it in the center pocket.
Half table cut.
It's gonna have to go all the way down on this one.
Inside.
Jump for the cut, I think.
It was nothing easy about that one. That was definitely one of those that you kind of
Uncharacteristic.
have to commit. Mr. Gary Davis, thank you, sir. Appreciate the stars you sent.
Uh-oh.
He loves those side pockets.
On a rail never helps.
Wait, that back of
Lance.
that pocket is just killing me.
Lance. Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot.
That's it. Even ball game.
Yeah. I'm really curious what we're gonna see out of the second set on this one.
Right. I think second set's gonna go totally different, really.
I do too. I just don't know which way.
Right.
Somebody's gonna get past this one and say it's on. I'm just
Well, I
shooting
mean,
now.
probably the last 3 games of this set will determine that. One of them gonna fall in place, and one of them not.
You can see it's a nice simple race to 4 now, and
Great. Now
That's
there's
good
5
break.
ball.
yeah, it's my
Balls
boy,
on the
Mr.
break.
Jason Wright. How you doing tonight? Don't see you in the chat at all, and then here comes the stars. Appreciate that. Yeah, as soon as we were talking about one pocket earlier, as a matter of fact, Jason, that because Jason really wants to help put together a one pocket tournament, and not necessarily like a huge event, just something like 8-ish people kind of thing, and
Yeah.
which I think is a great idea.
I know a few people that'll be down for that, for sure.
Mhm. Well, it's finding when you're doing something like that, you're basically doing almost a friendly tournament that everybody puts in, $100, maybe even a couple $100. But you've got to pick the right people, because you can't go and invite T-Rex out,
Right. no.
for something like that. You got to find people that all feel like they're somewhere in the same realm.
Right.
That way, if you get put out, well, you got put out against somebody that was supposed to be as good as you were. And there's definitely a lot of people that's in that same kind of category. That
Yeah. I mean, you
It's
got
kinda-
one of them shooting right here, Casey.
Mhm.
Casey plays pretty good one pocket.
Which is funny. I've never seen Casey shoot one puck.
Really. I've been on the
I can
I've
imagine.
been on the happy end of that one.
I mean, we see he's not scared of a bank shot. That's for damn
Right.
sure. But
he's got a talent for strategy. Like even straight pool. Straight pool he runs the league basically every year.
when if you know, so I do like straight pull, and if you are good at straight pull, which unfortunately I'm the opposite of this part, but most people, if you're good at one at straight pull, you're probably pretty good across the board
Right.
because you're going to use every.
You know, I learned how to play straight pool from Ray Martin,
Okay,
and
heard of the guy.
yeah, he's a champion. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But then 10 years later, I ruined my eyes, and no, I mean, I still play pretty good straight pool. Not an elite level by any means, you know.
Well, that's I mean, you're talking about playing against somebody that you miss and they make 45 balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pat Fleming, all them guys, you know, what was it, Kyle's grandpa? He runs hundreds of balls. It's just crazy how, I mean, I've never been in that position.
See, look at that. We already got Jason plus 7 other people just signing up right now.
For the straight, or for the one
Yeah,
pocket?
for one pocket.
There you go.
Now, the problem is whenever it comes to timing, because again, like we said before, I'm not the world class one pocket player that you obviously think that I am, but the and so setting up the how that works out, because we wouldn't be able to do it, like for example, obviously we've only got one 9-foot table here, wouldn't be able to do that here.
It'd be a weekend event. It'd have to be.
Well, and I mean, if you only did it with 8 people, you did hell even a race to 5, which is I would consider that a fairly long one pocket match.
Right.
Then each match, I mean, you got to put 3 hours.
I mean, I say if you got 8 people, you're going races to 3. You'd have to, or you're looking at a long weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also dependent on players, but
And it's okay to have, because like one of the things we had talked about before was if you did day 1 somewhere else, you got down to Final 4,
right.
and then even if it was just the finals, that got played here, for example, or something. But his Final 4 would still take, upwards of 9-10 hours,
Then you're putting 2 top players at a table that they're not used to playing on either.
which is
With
good.
tight pockets.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I mean, if you played on a diamond table, you played on this one, because again, that's kind of one of the reasons that people like
Diamonds,
diamond
yeah.
tables. They're the same.
Diamonds
you
are
play
pretty
on
much
this one and-
cut and dry.
Might have the different models, like this one, for example, is the 2015, the 2018 model, which is the ones that aren't the wood. They're the synthetic. They do play a touch different. And then the brand new ones, I haven't got to play on the 22 model, but I have to assume that maybe they either play different from both, or they play closer to the one that we're looking at here.
Laugh about this, but me and Casey were talking about this on the way here. Like, I literally know nothing, not nothing, but a lot about NBA or hockey.
Mhm.
Well, ever since the Tampa, over there in Tampa, they got the sports book now, and I've just been going nuts, I guess, so to speak, because I got a lot of gambling in me for some reason. and I haven't been losing, which is crazy. Now, me and my wife, we went over to the Hard Rock last weekend. I don't know, I'm probably down 700 in slots. And she's like, "Oh, well, let's play some roulette." Well, we get over there, and I'm like, "I'll play some roulette."
There's a few hours of your day.
Well, what was crazy about it is, it says $5 minimum. Well, in
Uh-oh.
Vegas, they got $1 chips. You play 5 $1 bets. Well, not over there. You got $5 minimum. It's $5 chips. So I buy in for 100, and my wife walks away with about $750, and by the time we were done, she looks at me and she goes, "So what do you got?" And I reach in my pocket and I pull out like $3,800, and she's like, "Where the hell did you get that at?" And I was like, "I was playing these numbers." She goes, "Well, I was starting to play the same numbers as you," and I was like, "Well, that's why you got the 750."
Right?
But yeah, I mean, they got craps over there now. They got the roulette tables over there now, and I'm a huge craps player.
So I had a good friend, well, Carl, that sort of taught me the basics of
About
craps.
Oh, craps is great.
So it's one of those that, if I'm up a little bit, then I'll play some of the weird things, but I definitely stick to my my $27 and $54, and anybody that plays knows what that is, and it's playing the simple way.
Well, most people play 6-8. That's the easy bet, and it's the common numbers. But
Mhm.
there is a huge strategy with craps that a lot of people do not take the time to even learn.
Well, and you've got to. It's the reason that I like learning about craps, even though I'm definitely not a gambler. Because as as he's sitting there explaining some of the different things and explaining like why you never play on these spaces, then I'm like, well, I'm gonna do it anyway because okay, it might be bad at math, but I mean the lottery is a tax for people that are bad at
Right.
math, so I'm gonna throw it out there because I've won a couple of times out there. I'm sure that if you look at it overall, that I've lost more on these 30 to 1,
I don't
50
know
to 1
anybody that
spots,
hasn't.
but it's still fun to play them.
Right.
And I'm up on this one, a few $100, so why not throw $5 out there and
Right.
see if it comes home and brings home some friends.
The biggest part about craps is knowing the odds.
Yeah.
You have to know the odds of that roll and what rolls come out more than others and what to play. I mean, we were out there in Vegas for the team event, and I don't know if you know Trixie or not. Trixie Robertson. She plays on my Monday team,
I don't think so.
and she loves craps, and she's really good at it. But she was watching me play how I'm pulling money down, putting money up. You got to know when to pull money down.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, you're gonna lose. And we both walked away winners.
Mm-hmm.
She's a great woman either way, but
She is a sweetheart.
I
She's a sweetheart.
think that might be intentional.
Yep.
Yeah.
Either that or that was a horrible shot.
Judging by the fact he was watching the cue ball more than he was watching the two
Yeah.
ball.
I mean, it's
That's
stuck
agreed,
right
but-
behind the 5.
The good thing is that Lance he's got two different directions to go at this. When he can play more of the safe route if he wants to kind of hook it around, use a lot of like a lower left English, get that bottom rail, and kind of pop the 2, or he can go to the top rail if he wants to get really aggressive.
But I will say over there, back on the craps thing, if you're gonna go to Tampa and play craps, go during the day. Maybe it's just because the tables are new,
That's exactly what
but
it is.
it's full.
Yeah. And it's going to be that way, I'm sure, for a while. There's so many craps players here, and there hasn't been a place to play craps here
Right.
ever.
Well, this is the second try, so we'll see if it
Mhm.
happens. If it continues to play out well. I mean, I think now that it's in legislation, it's good, but they had tables all ready and set up before, and next thing you know, they got struck down.
Mm-hmm.
Straighter than he wanted to be.
Ooh,
Nice.
nice spin. Oh, get out of there.
Point.
Oh. Little jelly roll.
That's the same point that crucifies Lance throughout this match.
Yeah.
Oof.
Stunned it over.
He likes his speed.
He's starting to fall into a groove.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure.
Well, as long as having some of these longer shots, as long as that isn't affecting, he's
Right.
going to keep flying in like that.
Well, I mean, that's what we were talking about earlier too. I think the last 3 to 5 games is going to set the tempo for the
Mhm.
next set for sure.
Oof.
Yeah, I hate that pocket.
There again, the big thing is all of a sudden you start a second set, and let's say that your lands and I'm gonna let the stroke out, or I'm gonna tighten up. I'm not gonna shoot
Right.
this hard. I mean, if something starts to click, well, that didn't work, so change everything, and it might be for the better, and it very well may not. It's not a.
Not the
I
pocket.
wouldn't give it to him.
It's not the pocket I'd want to shoot it in.
No.
But then again,
Nice shot.
If you shoot in the middle, it doesn't matter if it's 2 and 3
Right.
quarters. It's gonna put Casey on the hill.
Yep.
set.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Okay, that's one of the rail. All right, so Casey gets the first set. They'll probably take a short break and get ready for the next one, and
We'll be back.
that's right. Yeah, they'll stick around for the second one.
Where's this at? Yeah. Oh yeah, like I was.
No, I games right here.
It changed because when you're down on the ball, it's almost right at the angle where you're hit the ball, and that's why it's so deep. Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, and also with even with Lance, he was over. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was pushing buttons. I just hit. I hit reset all, and then it like hit me with a warning. I was like, fuck. No, I didn't. It was fucking awesome. I love it. Oh, that's cool enough. He said, fuck yeah. You want to pick up? Oh, okay. Fucking game I saw. It was a bottle of like bottle of liquor or whatever. Bottle of liquor, but it was shaped like a fucking big ass dick. And it's like, oh, emergency room all the way. Or and this is an ER call. I was like, fuck.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Pushing or no?
Yeah.
It was a pretty even set, you know, like you said, those 9 balls on the side. It would have been straight up. Would have been straight up.
Yeah, I've been like hill kind of thing. Dunk two of them. Wax on like cool. Just as long as the cow doesn't stand up on its own.
Oh, that's hey, that's your side.
Yeah, look at it.
Spend the whole summer with low.
Sucks.
Fucking.
That is the bowling alley.
Yeah.
We were in West Coast and his son
Oh,
had the most funkiest ass fucking sock.
he wore it like all day, all night kind of thing. Just we got there and then we ran around.
3-day-old sock. Probably.
Dude, he took them off and we were fucking with him. And Chad goes, man, them motherfuckers about to get up and walk out the room by themselves.
Remember I told him, I said, you could have tested that going down the hall. He goes, what? I said, your socks, bro. They were bad.
Oh, we fucked with him hard
He
enough.
didn't wear them again.
No, he didn't. He just leaned in the corner.
Yep. The fucker stood up in the corner by
Leaned in
themselves.
the corner. Yeah.
He stood up.
Put the trash can in the sock.
Tom and Jerry barking at each other. In the offer. All right.
Okay, so the sounds probably because we we put it on mute every once in a while. If the camera's going in and out, switch to Wi-Fi, not dial-up. Hopefully, no. Seriously, y'all let us know if it seems to be any issues. Whenever we've got multiple, so there's a lot of things been moved out of this room. So we don't have like the headsets going. We're just working off of the same microphone that's kind of in the whole room. So if somebody's talking a little quiet, we have some like background noise that we always want to be able to kind of filter out. So it's possible it can get a little choppy at times. We haven't got enough drinks in Chad yet to start really getting outspoken. So he's getting a little quiet every once in a while on us. There he is. They said you're talking too soft and you're cutting in and out.
I'm talking, wasn't I?
Now I'm just harassing you.
No, I don't mind.
That's the bad thing about using like a room mic as opposed to like actual individual headsets.
You guys are making fun of my vape, weren't you?
No wonder why it looks like a penis.
Yeah.
Of course, when it comes to the other room, now that's a whole different story because that one's a little tough. We have to like literally filter out the music happening in the background because Facebook sucks.
Yeah.
The
It's
people
not like
on
we're trying to
YouTube-
have a concert. We're just trying to play some background music.
Right.
Me and Casey might have to hit the Hard Rock on the way home.
Well, let's
Told him
see
that.
how this set happens.
Well, no, it doesn't matter how the set happens. I told him on the way here, I was like, man, we might have to hit the Hard Rock on the way home, dude. And he's like, well, you know. I was like, no, I don't really know, but I'll take the Hard Rock.
I'll humor you.
Yeah.
All right, this is actually not my favorite shot here because there's some speed control that needs to happen.
Yeah. Oh, you're inside
Mr.
it.
Jeremy Bell out there,
Jeremy Bell, what's up,
Died.
brother?
another one of my favorites in this place.
Jeremy's a good dude.
The only reason Chad's quiet is his mouth's full.
Mm.
Got a cigarette in it.
Oh, can I say it? He lanced it. All right, Lance. This is your redemption round here.
Try to force it, just put it in.
Mm-hmm. Remember, Jeremy, I told you. I told you and I can set up a match, and whoever loses has to cook. Neither one of us end out a loser on that one. I'm not gonna use the grill though. I'm gonna have to use the smoker because, well, that's like cooking with training wheels. Everything comes out good on a smoker.
Sure, yeah, one of them, okay.
Yes, that all depends on how long you leave it in there.
So, but yeah, cool.
Well, we did a 15-pound brisket as the like the last big thing that we did here. That one took about 18, 19 hours, and it was holy smoke.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Thing hit about that 203 degrees, and well, when it came out.
I'm working a lot with different smoke and basically like cherry wood, and I use this black cherry rub on some ribs. That's been like the best I've come out with so far.
I haven't tried to match like the rub with the wood, but it depending on what it is and which type of rub that we're using, because I typically stick to like just a regular old SVG,
Yeah.
and whether it depends on, you know, if you want a little bit more hearty flavor, use like hickory or something a little stronger. But we've been doing a lot of or did a lot of chicken on peach wood, apple wood, some of those kind of things. Yeah.
I got a few pecan trees up in Alabama on the property, and I'll tell you what, got a lot of wood out of that, and I get
Beautiful shout out to Will.
smoke.
That was.
Wow.
It's just amazing how much difference that makes. And what, because I'm where like for myself, always going to use post oaks on every single time, and then decide whether or not to make it a full flavor or something sweeter or whatever by switching the others. And I don't know how many people out there been experimenting with with the smoker, but I would have never thought how much difference comes out of the flavor.
Tell you what, cherry emphasizes pork,
Mhm.
emphasizes chicken.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, and then like I said, with a nice black cherry rub on it, it's a different flavor that I just love it.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that at all.
I just like food.
Cross over the side. Got off the rail.
And drinks it.
Center pocket. The problem he's got here is the 4 ball, because he should be able to leave that 3 ball right in the corner pocket. That 4 ball looks like it'll go in the corner. I'm guessing it's kind of his best bet here. Just go ahead and put it just above the side pocket. Kind of a little straight.
I think he said something about the banks being open anyways.
Yeah. Just to catch that point.
Just drive through.
Six ball's gonna hurt him a little bit. I don't know what he
Putting a little bit of bottom on it, I think he'll just skim by that 6.
I think he's gonna play 3 rails here. Try to get below that 5 ball. That 6 ball really screwed him over on that one. But again, I mean, still, Casey's got to, unless he wants to play a combo, and I can't imagine he wants to do that. He's lining up for it. Just bounce it back out and play the 5-8. Okay. Run, ball. A little bit of a cut. Open table. Thought I was gonna go anyway. I don't wanna leave Casey this table.
The long.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is all he has to do is just make the sense.
Right.
It's not gonna scratch. It's not gonna do anything weird. Just gonna leave him a shot on the 8 ball.
Back and forth.
Yep.
Hit the short side.
Cross back over the other side.
Oh.
Tiny tap. Caddyshack moment. Just go in your home. Okay. Still 1-up.
And how it started off last set.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is definitely it's kind of one of those that the which is kind of a surprise, but the winner's who makes less mistakes.
Right.
It sounds kind of obvious, but when you're talking about these two, you almost expect like one to shoot amazing as opposed to less mistakes.
No, they're both definitely struggling a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of there.
So that's an open break there.
It's a nice looking table.
I'd make an early prediction if I didn't like Casey. He's a little out of shape, but it's easy enough to get back in. Just go up the top rail and back over. A little left English. Some smooth.
Let's try.
He'd like to have a little more angle. He might go ahead and draw us some back and just gotta avoid the side pocket, but shouldn't be too close to that.
Go
Maybe
forward.
maybe a diamond up. He is going forward. That was you really had to hit that one hard if you're gonna get straight up on that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just got a little bit more angle than he wanted to, so if you're gonna leave it.
Two-way shot.
If there's anything that Casey's doing right, his misses are on point, but I'm not sure if he was trying to make that or not.
I think he was playing safe just because of the length of it,
Mm-hmm.
but
Well, it's gonna go one rail, try to leave it down here for the 9 ball in the other corner, but I
set
think
that
he's gonna,
cue ball right behind the 9 ball.
I think that's the right shot. I think Lance is gonna go for it. He is not, unless he's going to
Put
what's
the 8
our
behind
right
the
corner.
9.
All right.
Nice leave.
So
I think that's a
not even a hit shot here. Go.
yeah. I didn't want that to happen.
Did you leave it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
It's got
did.
plenty of room.
Oh yeah.
Run the 9 ball up the rail. Kind of force little top English. This is one that I'd want to put a little bit of top right on. And hopefully talk myself out of. Cinch. There you go. That's a good shot. But the way to play is to put a whole lot of inside on it. It goes a little longer, but stays a little straighter. And I like the way that he played it there.
This ain't no gimme though.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
But it's a lot better than taking a chance and rattling the last ball.
Right. There you go.
Nice shot. Beautiful shot.
And Lance is definitely playing a little different. We were talking about this outside that you see him slowing it down a little bit, and that's what he wanted to do. Casey definitely had a few misses on the first one, and we'll see how as this goes on, we'll see how he adjusts to that.
And that grab stay will do.
Well, if we just go ahead and get that 7-foot table out of here, we can just go ahead and throw a crap table
Yeah,
in.
that would be awesome.
Game of pool, game
You
of
know, the
craps,
house
game of
always
pool,
wins,
game-
so
Poker.
you're gonna make money either way.
Keep that going. I might just stay in this house.
Yeah.
In addition on.
Right.
Little mini casino.
We've got 35 by 40 section out here. We can just go ahead and wall that in.
Yeah.
I know an electrician.
Do it.
So I know an electrician.
Hopefully not the last guy you sent me.
I'll do it for you.
How does buying on a percentage? Sounds pretty profitable, really. Definitely hitting them lighter.
That one, I think he
There we
played
go.
that pretty smart because that was. I actually think he was trying to make that, but didn't go.
Break out the little short cue.
Let's see. Is that
I think Facebook's gonna not allow that. Oh, that's cute.
so? Is this is that a sand wedge or a lob wedge?
I'm gonna say it's a lob.
That's
I like his odds on this shot, really.
it's pretty quick up and down.
Beautiful shot.
Guy went forward on that one. Does this look like the NFL, Chris? I don't have a team of people clicking a mouse over here. See if I had one other person, we could actually put the balls at the bottom and do a little ball count like they do on Matchroom, but
Does he come 3 rails here?
can't I can't get people to come over here and do this cheap enough.
Or does he draw out 2?
That's gotta be well. I would say 2. He's
3.
going 3.
Oh,
That's
no,
a
he's
long distance though.
Oof. That kind of went short. A little safe here.
Do you think? Yeah. Unless he wants to thread that needle.
He's
that
hoping to
gonna
get
go
all the way
far enough?
back there. I think he got it. Yeah,
Oh,
it looks like
it
it.
looks like he's got an open 7 ball from
Yeah,
here.
he might be able to get it. He might
Behind,
be able to just get enough.
off the rail, maybe.
No, I think he should be able to get right by it.
That bottom inside, it's a big mover.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, got behind it.
all right. Casey played it well.
It was tight either way, that's for sure.
Yeah. Top rail followed by a stop shot. Ooh, didn't come out quite as much as he thought, but
I might have to draw, but
maybe a little kill shot.
Don't want to force it down in that pocket.
oh, he went around it. Good shot.
He played that
Beautiful
well.
shot.
Kind of needed that one.
Definitely.
What do you got for jump cue?
I have a Predator.
Sure.
I use a J Flowers brake cue, and I love it.
I use their break cue and jump cue.
But I put a
Same
great
thing.
white. I put a great white tip on it, and
I got the white
I,
diamond on
I
mine.
love that thing for something, man. Casey has the Predator brake cue, and I still like my J Flowers over it.
I tell you, we and I'll be the first to say this. I mean, Jay Flowers actually used to be a sponsor of Big Ed Livestream, and although I may have had a problem with the person that owns Jay Flowers, their products are freaking strong. I mean,
Yeah,
for the money, you can't beat it. Because their next competitor is double the price of what their products are.
right.
And that now I did try the jump brake cue. I was actually not a fan because it's just a shortened version of the brake cue.
Same grip.
It's I mean, you get the same grip. The difference is if you look at the the J Flowers jump cube, it has that standard taper. It's a larger diameter, and then it jumps like a freaking beast. That thing is great. If you get the jump brake, you get the same size. The same size on the diameter and same taper as the
Right?
brake cube, which is not good.
See, I like the sport grip on it.
I got the Jacoby blackout
Blackout.
jump one. It's beautiful.
I've never shot with one before, but I've seen them out there.
It's just the jump cue. It's not the brake. I got the Predator brake.
You know, I think when somebody's learning how to jump, getting a jump brake cube, great idea. You get 2-in-1. Once you start braking a little bit more accurate, it's time to kind of separate out from that.
Yeah.
You can still use that jump brake cube if you want to as your brake cube. It's going to be the same size shaft, but there's a big difference in a dedicated jump cube as opposed to
Big time.
what the jump brakes are with just taking the back off of it. Makes that kind of bounce.
I don't know.
Oh, leave it a
I
shot.
mean, he's still okay because you see where the 5-ball is.
I'd actually
Me too.
maybe even go for a save here.
Yeah, he's not gonna swing it over enough for that 5-ball.
It's been drawn at 7, but
I mean, the force over there,
or the 4. There you go.
he gave it a shot. That was a whole lot that had to happen good. Not a little. It's going to be a big draw shot. This kind of actually falls in line with Lance's stroke. Going to put a bigger stroke on it. He had it. Got to make the shot.
Oh, let's see. Pretty lined up. A little inside English. There you go.
Chris, I tell you what, I got a striped shirt and some white gloves. We'll see you next week. I think we've got something coming up on Saturday.
Sort of like the Village People.
Except it's why aren't you here? That's the best dad joke I could come up with in 3 seconds. As long as he gets on the 5, there's no problem. Got to get the right angle on the 5. This shot's going to tell all that. Yeah, that wasn't easy. It wasn't quite as easy as it looks. Because he got the position, just missed the shot. Right. Yeah. Good chance goes to Lance here.
The 6
draw
ball still
shots.
sitting kind of funny.
He's going to stay on the bottom of it because he's going to shoot this one up a little high for the 5-ball. So just a little stun shot. Shouldn't have any problem getting on the 6.
Draw it out.
Shot.
Too hard? No, you had that about as good as you can.
Oh, gimme.
He wants to leave a little angle, but not too much. I assume that he's going to want to draw
Right,
the.
inside.
It's good that he just kind of settled in and made the 6, but now he's got to.
Should be able to come down 2 rails. Or pretty decent shape for that on an 8-ball.
No. That's
I don't know too.
That's gonna. It's
three
really
rail.
gonna. It's
Just
gonna want to
natural
go
three
back.
rail.
It's gonna want to go back where he's standing. Did that get out of the way? Well, I mean, he can hit the edge of the 8 ball, but I know it's a tough cut. And if he can go up 9-2, he wants this one in case he needs this one.
I think you can see it.
You can definitely see it. It's just enough to make it, but well, if you're
That's
gonna English.
be able to cut it in.
He came out just far enough to do that because I mean it's gonna run all the way to the bottom rail and back out, but he'd be happy with where the cue ball is now for it to end up. It'd be a little bit inside of that, so it's off the rail. He's got some room.
Looking at it.
Casey's showing he can see the edge of a ball.
Yeah. Moving along, but
That's don't sit on the rail. Could have made it easy.
it's no gimme either.
Everybody but me can make this shot.
Long shot.
Nice.
Shot,
Right
shot.
to drink. Like I said, Casey needed that one, and for sure.
Am I seeing a Stephanie and Kaylee match? Holy smokes! How much do I have to pay for that?
Stephanie Mitchell, what's up, sweetheart?
I might put that on pay-per-view. That'll be my first ever pay-per-view. That sure would be a fun match. And Stephanie, if Brian starts sparring off, just let me know. I'll take care of your light work. And by that I mean I'm gonna tell Debbie.
Really wasn't much after that anyway, really. Think about it. Wasn't a lot to work on there.
Still,
Still a tough leave either way.
I mean, he's gonna have to get. I mean, it's easier now. He's just gonna have to get below 3. So I would say play the short rail first.
Rail first.
Definitely on the shelf.
But it's gonna want to come back holy smokes! It's
Yeah.
gonna want to come back really fast. And did that stay in the
You
way?
just got enough.
He got enough.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good shot.
There's that side pocket though.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna drill this one like he did the last couple 9 balls. Beautiful.
I was a little worried considering that 9 ball was in front of him. He seems to want to put that in pretty hard. Draw shot. Should come out towards the center. Oh, cooked it.
Got a lot of it. But still got a shot.
I don't think Lance knows his own strength.
He's got a smooth stroke.
He does. think one of the potentially one of the disadvantages when it comes to a smooth stroke is you're also going to get a lot of action off that stroke.
Right.
You gotta tame that down a little bit.
Go for the cut here.
Something like that. Is that bakeable?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah.
It'll go, but it's gonna hit
Yeah,
the
but
sticks.
hit the six afterwards.
Yeah, he was trying to cheat a little bit.
And this ain't gonna be good.
Yeah, that's pretty wired there.
I might be able to make that shot.
I can't.
That sounds
Ooh.
about right.
Ooh.
Casey joined the club.
Yeah, I told him to give it to you. I was like, I shouldn't even. Yeah, yeah. No, they were both off.
Have to come around a little bit, didn't he?
Nah, I think just bounce it back out. You don't have to do anything fancy because you want to leave some angle.
You want to come back, you want to bring the cue ball back down where the 9 is.
Well, and the good thing is where the 9's sitting, doesn't matter which side of the 7 you get on.
True, very true. Very true.
He's using inside English. He wants that 7-9.
Oh.
It's gonna play it out
Nice
beyond this
lead.
way.
Nice lead.
Run to the side rail. It looks like he's punching a little bit center. Okay. Doesn't have to be fancy once again. Is nice and smooth. Don't take a chance of going to that top rail. Well done. Lance with a commanding lead on the second one. He's actually winning this one straight up. He's up what 4-3 right now.
Left-handed and everything, or do everything left-handed? Well, I'm
Bro, how's it going tonight?
I don't think I do.
Need to bring you out here too.
Yeah, I have a few friends that are like that. They play back. Yeah. Yeah, I bowl either way. I can play pool either way. Swing a baseball bat either way. Golf either way. I golf. The only thing I definitely cannot do with my left hand is throws. I look like yeah.
Easily call it push. Matter of fact, just push it straight into the 9 ball. Thing about up there is he's leaving Casey a big wall to be able to put that cue ball behind.
Exactly.
And
he made it.
he makes it. But the 3 ball's open. That might have been something good that happened. Three straight enough, he can just kind of float the 3 down the corner and still have a shot on the 4. Little bit angle. Tries to shoot to the side. That was a nice shot. Merlin and Tampa Bolt Rider. I apologize. I didn't even see all the comments over here on YouTube, and appreciate that. Glad you tuned in.
Oh, it's on YouTube over
Went right before it. Wanted to cheat that a little bit just so he could make sure to stay in a range for that four ball. Little out of position here for Casey. Still hits a great shot. And he hit that good. Good enough for a run out. Cole, I don't have to leave here until a showing at 12:30 tomorrow, so I don't know what late is. Now, I can't speak for the rest of them. Matter of fact, if you put that in all caps, they might hear you in the other room.
I have no proof.
Oof.
Ouch.
Casey.
That's the same kind of thing it's going to cost him.
You can see it.
Matter of fact, for the two over here in the booth, if Cole stops by, if you just stand by the trash can, he throws some expensive sticks in there.
Yeah,
Love you, Cole.
like expensive steaks.
I think that was Brendan Lugo's stick, though.
Have a shot here, don't you? Yeah. Makeable.
Hey, Keith. How you doing, buddy?
Keith, that's an easy bet over here because well the bar's open, so pretty sure Stephanie will cover that. I've been trying to drag Stephanie over here for about 4 years, and she still will not bless us with her presence.
I think she's out of state right now.
She hasn't been out of state for 4 years.
No.
I've even driven all the way over there like multiple times for some broomstick tournaments, and
I actually took second to one.
I won one of them a few years back.
Me and Rob Charles. It was crazy because I was actually pulling draw off of a broomstick.
I couldn't on mine, but I was damn sure chalking it.
Oh man.
'Cause I even made sure to bring out the like the old like big giant wooden
Mhm.
one and played with that the whole time. And
I ain't gonna say I didn't shape it a little bit, but
I was gonna bring one in that was actually like you tapered down and had a tip on it, but
Mm.
Stephanie said apparently that's not allowed. And
I guess not.
I get it, stickler for the rules.
Have to bank it here.
Spencer Jordan. How you doing, buddy?
I didn't know that part of it, Spencer.
Oh, still in it somehow. Safe here, down on the top rail.
Stephanie, I don't understand it. I mean, just coming over here to see me is just that's not worth your while.
$20 is $20. 50 inflation.
How about if I upgrade you to like Uber X?
7 balls.
And the problem is she drives by this direction all the time.
Oh, don't even tell me that.
I mean, she lives in West Chapel and owns a bar in Largo.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, there's some point of that trip that's closer, but I actually used to live up in Wesley Chapel, and too small of a house to do this. That's for damn sure. Matter of fact, Stephanie, if you just come over here and buy this place, you could have a second pool hall.
There we go, Lance.
Happy belated birthday! My birthday was in August.
Those
That would have
are-
been a pleasant surprise because that would have totally shocked me. I think we actually ended up with roughly about 50 plus people that came up, which was kind of a fun number since I turned 50.
You got a lot of work here.
That was without a doubt the most people it's been in this one room at any point in time, and eventually everybody started separating out, but still thinking about coming over to Corner Pockets for Super Bowl though. I don't give a rat's ass who's in it now since my beloved Cowboys are not. And I don't know if you heard about that or if anybody's ever been on Facebook ever once in their life. They've probably seen that Cowboys are no longer in the playoffs.
Who?
That's the Giants fan. But Chad, tell him, happens to us every single year.
Every year.
31 other teams out there, and there's only one team that everybody talks about. The team that everybody loves.
Don't get it.
Love to pull for them or love to hate them, but you still love them. Do that again.
Not the short stick.
Oh, Keith, I've met her.
Turn this set around.
I, I mean, despite what the score looks like, I can promise you, there's not a clear-cut winner here.
It's been a hippie. I mean, just when you think someone got the right, they don't.
Well, I'll be the first to say, don't get me wrong. I mean, Lance has definitely changed a few things. He's definitely shooting a
Absolutely.
lot smarter this one, which is why the score's where it is. But man, I'm gonna tell you what. If you're willing to count Casey out, I'm willing to bet against you. Lance is getting some nice rolls. I thought I was going to go up a little bit higher. A little inside and try to get over close to that 6 ball for the 3. That's it. That 4 ball's kind
Four
of
ball's
in a
tied
really
up.
funny place.
Almost kind of bad.
It's such a small window, but zero doubt he's already looked at where he needs to be. Might just be able to stop it right there and take a little tougher shot. The ball's going to kick over where close to that 7 ball. He's digging into that one. I don't know that I understand that unless he's trying to go around. Defense.
Yeah.
See, we were talking about that before. Casey's going to see a defense before, like myself, before Lance.
When you're down 6 racks, you gotta come up. Dig down, you know? Come up with something. Ain't good.
Oh, for sure that was going to scratch, but he's leaving Casey some openings here.
Well, it's over.
So, like, let's right now, Lance is up. You call it 5-4. Forget the spot. Call it 5-4. Are you aggressive or are you conservative?
I'm aggressive at this point.
I agree. And now you throw that, Lance only needs 5, Casey needs 11. I'm more on that aggressive side.
He's
But-
gonna dig down.
Lance was a little bit more aggressive on the previous one, and he lost that
Yeah.
big spot. So there's definitely an argument to be made that you stay what got you there. Because he's struggling more this rack or this set than he did the first one. Lance is just gonna hit a little stop shot. Wants to leave a little bit of angle on that 7 ball. Maybe let that drift out a little far. Looks like he might have a tiny angle, maybe, to draw it back. Okay,
Yeah,
he
he's got
does,
one,
but
yeah. Stopped it.
yeah, I mean, he should just be able to play this with just a natural top English.
Go back around 2 rails.
You think he's gonna play it that way, or just up and let it come straight back down?
2 rails.
Just leave it over by the side pocket.
Yeah.
All right. I sitting terrible. Should be makeable for both.
First that 9 ball.
It's just a 9 ball. You're just killing Lance all night. Not gonna say he just won the first set, but they might still be playing it. That last little poke at it, that's actually a good lesson that even as easy as that looks, if your opponent says that's yours, do not shoot that ball. Travis, that's just you.
Thanks, Jim.
Oh, dude.
Well, you look at that one, and all you can think about is this ball's going in the side pocket, or the cue ball's going in the corner pocket.
Right.
Plus,
Didn't leave him a lot though.
Yeah, Casey
shot.
Casey
Drinks
needed
it.
that one.
Drinks
Nice
it.
shot.
He needed that one for a couple of reasons.
Yeah.
So let's talk real quick about some things that you can do wrong. And Casey kind of got lucky there. So he did the right thing, and he walked out of the room. But he did the wrong thing whenever he went outside the room. And Chad, help me out here. And that was he walked out of the room and beat himself up, as opposed to just taking a deep breath. You don't have to talk to yourself. You don't have to say how bad I shot the last one, how bad I did this, or how bad I did that. How about I just walk out of the room and say nothing? Just take a couple of deep breaths, walk back in with a different attitude.
I guess I didn't go out there to hear him beat himself up.
Little head kind of coming off the head a little bit,
Yeah.
little throwing down the knee. You can't do that. You're not helping yourself out
Absolutely.
reading a negative attitude.
No, the positivity stays focused all the time, man.
So just a couple of deep breaths. I mean, if you want to say to yourself, I'm going to do better. I'm going to assume it's going to be a defense. We'll see what happens, but. So like in that last one, I mean, Lance obviously missed a 9-ball, and Casey made a great shot to get out. But just making that one shot, it's just not enough.
No. You gotta keep the mental state high, regardless how you look at it.
Yeah, and that's what the pros can do different. They can sit down, they can just take a deep breath, shake it off. We'll see how Lance plays this one, but I think that cue ball is going to be behind the 8.
That's a good save. It all depends on how hard you hit it. Sure.
I'd go ahead and push it close to the pocket, just not enough to be able to kick at it.
Beautiful.
Huh, it's
Nice
not pocket
strong
good too.
side kick. On a real kick.
Well, is that 7 in the way?
7 might be in the way.
Is it? I can't see from
Oh
here.
yeah, that's definitely in the way.
You have to put a lot of English on that cue ball.
I mean, if he
To-
wants
to
to shoot
spin
it that first time and up inside pocket, he can. But that's a tough shot. He is
No, he's
locked
not
on that
gonna-
8-ball.
Definitely snookered. I think he's gonna go for it though.
And this is
Oh,
where it gets
looks like-
even.
Looks like we have a potential new opponent for Lance here, Stephanie Mitchell.
Give each other the 8-ball. Let's just take the 9-ball off the table. We just have an open center rack. Stephanie, I don't care what it gets to play out here. I'm
Nice hit.
back a little far. Nice angle to get back on the 2. So once again, Lance just concentrate on making the 1 ball, and he'll get on the 2. Don't scratch.
Nice stroke. Very nice stroke.
It's
Must be cold in that room.
wow.
Who's this Todd guy? I heard of him.
It slid right on in, didn't it?
He's
I have to manipulate that.
Oh, you didn't even look at the shot.
Safety one? Got one.
Safety car.
Todd and Travis brothers. Oh yeah, I'll get in the middle of family in a heartbeat. And Todd, I agree. Matter of fact, you can even bring the kid because I think ours are about the same age. Is he gonna try to go around it? That's a good shot.
Yeah,
That's gonna bury it.
it at least.
It did sneak out a little bit.
Hey, keep on behind the 7. That.
That's a whole
Or that.
double jump.
Yeah. Hey Zeus, come on in and get it.
Come on, Lance, you had to apprentice this one.
I'll be honest, I didn't even see that. I was thinking cue ball behind the 7, but
Separation is key. That's a good hit. That's gonna. Wow.
oh, got him.
Gotta love APA. That was a nice hit.
Breaking out the short stick again. What do you got for odds on this?
Oh, he's gonna hit it. And okay.
Even said
That's
now,
a
I'll
bit-
take it.
All right. So when it comes to morale, that's a huge booster.
Yeah. Making the 5 ball even better. Getting up there on that rail.
If you can follow up a good shot with a good shot,
There it is.
now he's got to play 2+ rails to get back on the 8. Because I assume he wants to come on this bottom side of it.
Wow. Well,
I mean, it's makeable. He can just roll it in, still get on the 9. But we've once again all been faced with this shot, and it's not a.
fine.
He's cutting it.
Should be
Back
clear
cutting
enough.
it. It's a good shot.
Nice shot.
Nice shot.
He's gonna have a
Good
tough time getting straight
good
in.
boost
But
there.
that's very makeable.
When you make 3 shots like that, gotta be pretty confident on 9 ball there.
Nicely done.
Back to the 5-game spread. Had a bag of chips that I was gonna bring with me, and I should have.
Taking pictures of where everybody makes the ball.
Yeah.
That's great. What do you think? Cue ball behind the 6?
So Travis and Todd versus let's see. Oh, okay. I see it now. You and Lance versus Todd and Cole. Why wouldn't you team up with your own brother? That's kind of ditching your family right there. That's a
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that behind that 6 ball?
Looks that way. No,
Maybe not.
curve it around a little bit. Not even.
All right, nothing wrong with that. Play to the side rail and back out. Probably want a little bit more angle, but still okay. Just has to hit it a touch harder. Center ball. No, don't get straight. He's gonna,
Right.
yeah, he's gonna have to put a little bit to this one just to
Okay.
force it back out.
Pocket though. I rolled with it at least.
9 balls coming into play now.
You can draw back off it.
He's drawn straight at the side rail. That's a great shot. Probably got a touch straighter than he wanted to, but still sitting okay.
Draw back out again.
Yeah,
Yeah, take.
So he likes banks. Oh, he's
Right,
playing inside.
on the side. It didn't take, that's for sure.
Oof.
Ain't
Yeah.
long.
I mean, that was that was a right pocket to choose, just in case you missed. If you try to bank it, you're gonna leave your opponent a shot. So Lance has to come with a shot here to win this one.
Yeah.
But if he does, 12-6, it's starting to become more obvious then.
Nice shot.
Nice shot.
Yeah.
That's a smooth stroke.
Yeah.
Hey,
That draw didn't
Mikey,
take off that 8 really well at all.
How's it going, Mikey? And Mikey, you're only betting that way because you know that Travis is a volcano.
So,
One goes up a little high, still leaves him a shot on it. Makes the wing ball. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Nice. Good. The option's there. First shot's the hardest. Came out smelling like roses. But I'd actually swing that one forward and around. Get a tiny tap on the 2, 3 in the side. There we go. There's an easy pattern there. Should be a break and run, and Lance can definitely pull this one. Gets a little stab shot to get back over on the 6.
There you go.
It's got to be a little careful to draw here.
That pocket.
I mean, the side pocket shouldn't come into play, but he's going to get close to it. Okay, he played that well. Just a little bit more center, a little bit more left. Just draw this one, 8 ball in the same side pocket. Hit that one right.
Nice shot.
That came out pretty. Bounces straight out. Ooh,
Wow, took
I
a
don't know what he put on that one, but welcome to your bank shot. That's the one that suck. If this one doesn't work out, then all that work.
that's a game changer, really. Back to the 5-game spread.
It's 3-8. He's got to figure something out.
Got to run a couple packs.
Well, either that or you got to figure out how to get Lance on tilt.
Right.
And after that last one, this is probably the best opportunity to start playing defense, start locking him up, start trying to live rent free. But it's not gonna be easy. Lance doesn't really
He doesn't
he's
seem to rattle much.
no. He knows when he missed and he knows why. But a few ball in hands changes a whole lot of things. It's the side pocket. It's in the same break we were seeing in the first half.
No.
Now remember that one of the things that, and again we've talked about it before. Whenever they come out here, everything's nice and clean. Table's clean, balls are clean, everything's nice and shiny. There's been a lot of racks that's happened. Balls aren't quite as clean. So that being said, when the amount of throw that happens on a ball when they start getting a little bit dirtier starts to change a lot, which can be both an advantage and a disadvantage. You can throw the ball a lot more, but not necessarily as much as what you intended to.
Nice shot.
That was nice.
That's a kind of tough.
That's still an open shot. Now that 6 ball is a little tough. Do you play rail first and try to
I would.
really? I mean, you got to send this around almost 4 rails,
Oh,
and that's
Too hard.
exactly what he tried.
at least to leave. Isn't horrible, but yeah, I mean, you had to kind of go rail first on that to get back.
Shot. How's it going to come out? It's still not terrible. That's a big stroke that Casey's going to have to put on. Tight window, looking good.
Yeah.
Not sure what was supposed to happen there.
A lot of spin on it.
Come down far enough, so I think this floated in.
Right. I know.
Might be the first time out here that I've seen Casey kind of getting into his own head a little bit. And we're probably going to see a draw shot.
On it.
It's going to force it forward. Yeah, that was asking a lot.
Gonna up him though. No. Good shot.
Just a touch. Little draw.
A little bit.
Ran up forward. That's a good shot. That's good speed.
Yeah.
Well done. All right, slowly charge him back. Again, if your lands, that's a momentum shift.
Yeah.
This is great for Casey, but Lance got to figure out how to make that stop.
Next couple racks gonna pretty much determine how it
Oh
goes.
yeah, I mean, if Casey gets 10 before Lance gets another one, I think that changes everything. Of course, in the same respect, I think every one of us have been on the hill and had somebody march back on us, and probably one we won't forget.
More than once.
USAMs and the guy that did it to me hell, he's probably watching right now. If you're on the hill and you can't get out, that's your own damn fault.
Pretty play safe.
That looks like Samba.
Or two-way.
It's a good thing he didn't make it. Oh, he did. That's where 9-ball sucks right there.
Mm-hmm. Time for the short stick.
So again, like all that momentum was working and something bad happens. I mean, does that put you back in the dry spell?
I don't know. Now when you
Nope.
make a jump like that,
Right, damn.
It's supposed to be cold as shit tomorrow.
yeah, it's starting to cool off already.
Now, you want to tell everybody watching what cold is?
I
Too far.
didn't pull a draw at all.
You can see the outside of it, but that's a good try.
Didn't come back as much as I think he wanted it to.
Nah, I mean, if he hits it like literally pocket speed, he might be able to slow it down enough for just that one reel for the 7-ball. You know, it's just trying to kick that out and slow it down a bit, but up a little tough.
There, it's just controlling the cue ball afterwards.
He cut in the corner, or he cut in the side.
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 It's just controlling it afterwards.
I think he's cut in the corner then. I was dead wrong.
Overcut it.
Get used to it.
Casey will probably go on the side here.
Yeah, because he can roll that one slow. What's he gonna march back?
I have to come back a lot.
Yeah, I don't care what the score is. Both these guys have the potential to win.
Well, they both got fight.
And Casey's showing it right now. I think this would be a big game for him.
Yeah. There it is.
And he drills that shot all freaking night.
Practicing earlier at home or put my two together.
It's a game changer.
I'm like, okay. But no, here I feel like I'm moving part of the football. Well, you're like, you said you had a hangover. It's like, oh man. Like, Jake, Alan will tell you, I don't think I missed as many balls in all the matches I played. But I will say though that this is something you gotta get used to. Having the square light on the round ball. The like getting your angles and shit. Him and I both cut balls like that. It's there for aesthetics. You know what I mean? He scratched his thigh and he couldn't shoot it there. Ain't no fuck. Alexa, skip song. Alexa, play Falling in Reverse. There. Yeah, no, good shot. I didn't think it would.
This poor room in here. It's so funny because close that door for a second, it turns like a sauna. Look at that. Holy smokes.
Nice shot. Oh,
Great lead, but 6 ball.
that hurt.
So tall and proud. So this is not an easy leave. He's looking for the narrow window. Let's go to our right hand side. Got to get past that 9 ball, and that 9 ball is going to be huge unless it's going to draw it back. Open that window up a little bit, and that's a great shot. Back over the same side. We're playing last pocket. Side pocket. Watch the speed difference between how this one goes inside.
Yeah.
We've seen a few times before. Got a little smile out of Casey. Is that our next match? Evan versus Todd. Come on, we'll go ahead and open up the Vegas odds with 20-1. I'm not going to tell you who's getting the 20.
Mark, that was his name. Wait.
Who?
Mark Layton, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he played him.
Welcome.
He played him here a while back. It was a while back.
Actually, just saw him a couple of days ago. About to right over to Mikey's place.
Mm-hmm.
So for anybody over in gotta throw out some kudos to a friend of mine. Yeah, I haven't been to Mikey's place. Mostly bar boxes out there, but that's a nice place.
All diamonds.
Definitely all diamonds, which I wouldn't expect anything less out of Mikey. But it's getting its stroke now.
Mhm.
This could be a problem if your name's Lance. Seeing some confident shots. Let's see how this one works out. Smooth strokes. I think I jinxed him there. Oh, he played defense.
It works.
All right, Todd. So, y'all play a game of pool, round of poker. Game of pool, round of poker.
Nice shot.
Yes. That was nice. Yeah. Where's that 7 ball go?
Inside.
I don't think that goes inside. It's got a 2.5 inch pocket inside, but we'll see. Defense.
Nicely done.
That was a nice shot. Marvin, you're watching too? Feel like a superstar now. That would be fun to watch you and Evan play. I've never seen that before. Yeah, that was
Not the bad
that
side of
was
it.
that was close.
The ball.
That was a hell of a try. Did he just get chalk on my table? Charging $3.82 for that. Going up and back down table. See if he wants that 9 ball in the side pocket. No, he wanted that to go a little higher than that. Corner pocket. That's good speed. On the hill. So Todd, I'll go ahead and tell you ahead of time if Marvin and Evan are going to play. You pick one player, I'll pick the other. That's a coin flip. I mean, I think Marvin's better just because Evan's watching, but maybe it's just because I like Marvin more. But only reason I say that is because of all the times Evan's been here, I think I've had sushi twice. That's a good break, and I'm gonna just. What do you think? Just push it into the 3 ball, somewhere over on that side.
Mm-hmm.
Where would you push to? Either that or go to what's now a right side. And then I might get back.
That's it.
Yeah, you just window.
Just enough.
Yeah, the problem here is he's forcing Casey to come with a good shot. And somehow it worked out.
Ooh, it was going
It doesn't-
too.
It doesn't hit
It
the
was
second time.
going.
And scratch.
2 ball came and knocked it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, they're at the
3 to the 4, maybe the only problem.
throwing that a few. For all the whole.
He's gonna have to drag this one down now. This. It's kind of surprised he played that way instead of
Yeah, a lot of
letting that cue
traffic.
ball go to the top. But again, I'm not gonna claim to be as good as what Casey is.
Definitely some traffic.
He's got to get a little lucky here. Yeah, that's not horrible.
A little rushed.
I'd find a defense here. Just try to get that cue ball right
Sitting
behind
behind
that
the
6 and 8.
and
Yeah.
It's hard,
It's
though.
coming back too fast. Oh, no, still good. Jump cue's coming out.
Oh yeah.
I think he expected to get a little bit more fly ball in that 3 lay itself up the top. Still a short jump.
Jelly.
Where you going, Lance? Sit down. Oh, that was obvious from the start. I think you have to go for this one for that fight ball on the side. He didn't. Good defensive. I don't know, Evan. I'm gonna call you out on this one. If you beat Marvin, I think y'all talked about this one before. I think Marvin's a better player. I'm just here to stir the pot.
Nah. Yeah.
A little more than he wants, but
Come around the top side of it.
yeah, should be pretty close to where he's at now. Ooh. Got a little thin.
I think I've seen this shot like 6 times.
And then SVB that loves side pockets.
Mhm.
Marching back.
It could happen.
Yeah, I mean it's been now or never for a couple games. So.
Mm-hmm.
But there's Casey still holding on. No surprise there.
Five teams, five is tough, man. I don't care who you are.
But he already surprised me on the first one. It's
Right.
said before it did. That's a big spot to get to land. He's on. Casey's showing some heart right now.
You missed it. You didn't hear. Hope you don't draw it back behind the 5 if you do that shot.
Me personally, I think it's the defense, and you send the 1 ball down a little closer to that 2 ball and lock the cue ball behind that 4. Neither one of them are shooting great, and just like that,
Just like I said.
see, just got to figure out how to make this game easier.
This game's stupid.
Very. Been saying that for years. That's why I always like the last hole of putt putt. You put the ball in the hole, can't pick it back up. It stays there. You go home. You won.
Go 1 or 2 rails on this.
3.
3?
So up to just the direction he's shooting now, and like get between that 6 and 3. And again, from here I can make it. I almost hit the 2. Watch Lance line up for that 2-9. I don't like the 3-9, but I'm not sure what he's doing. Okay, so the 5's gonna. It's gonna be a little. I mean, he can only get on one side of the 5. I don't think he's gonna try for a side pocket on the 5. Gotta run this up to that 4 ball and.
I don't hate that at all.
It's, he's got, I think, just the bottom 2 pockets for the 5. That's his only really tricky shot.
Going for it.
I don't think he'll try for the 9 here.
He just
He's
did.
gonna cut that in the corner, but
Called it.
all right, game. Even sets. We'll pause for a second and say what's next. That was a hell of a shot, by the way.
It was. I think they're done. Casey just broke his cue. Down.
So I think we're gonna end out even. Well, we'll take a second to figure it out. Be right back with you in just a few. All right, everyone. Looks like we're gonna end off on a tie, which is perfectly fine with me because these two were pretty evenly set up with the race they had. So thank you as always for joining us here at Billiard Livestream. And we will be back. I don't think I have something for Friday, but I do have something for Saturday. We'll get a flyer out soon. Thanks everyone for joining us, and we'll see y'all soon.